How many of you went to college or have some level of education beyond what we would call high school? Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. I need some of you to name some of you brothers and sisters here to name some of the planets. Oh, you got what? Pluto. I heard Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Neptune, the Orion Belt. Yeah, but that's like okay. Any more? Any more? Mars. Okay. I have some good news and I have some bad news. You want the bad news first? If you believe that those planets exist, you've been compromised by fallen angels. The good news is that they don't exist. And I'm going to prove it. See, you have to realize Satan is the great deceiver. And it's not what's real, it's what he can make you believe. Because what you believe becomes an idea that you make real. So through psychology, through maps, through a few philosophers, they were able to convince people to consciously acknowledge fallen deities. The same deities that was worshipped in Rome and Greece. The gods that fell and gave mankind technology. These are the gods you worship in this earth. And you reverence them and keep them in remembrance through science. They don't exist at all. And I'm going to prove it. Let's go to Genesis. And the disciples warned us of these things so that we could not be taken through the deceitful science and lies of this world. Let's get 1 Timothy 6 and 20. 1 Timothy 6 and 20. Read it.
1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, and oppositions of science falsely so called.
So he says, Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. He's talking about this word. Avoiding profane and vain babblings. This is what philosophers do. And oppositions of science falsely so called. See, they always argue science and tell you science is ever changing, ever evolving. When really the truth stands without contradiction. So if we can avoid these things, we'll be all right. Read. Now read the 21st verse.
Verse 21. Which some professing have erred concerning the faith. Grace be with thee. Amen.
So if you don't understand the tricks of science, you can err from the true faith of the Most High. If you start believing anything that comes from science, if I believe what came from science, or believe the theories of science, then I would believe that I evolved from a monkey about 100 million years ago. Okay? And that monkey came out of a big bang. Alright? And that, you know, we were reptilians, and then we was amphibians, and then we turned into humans, and then we evolved, and now here we are. And that's total madness. Also, if I believe science, all planets revolve around the sun. When the Most High told us in Genesis that his eye was on the face of the deep to create the earth. And after the earth was formed, then he started making the stars which would service the earth. So everything according to the Bible revolves around what? The earth. The sun is at perfect perpendicular from the earth, the sun is, to give it what it needs for nourishment. The moon controls the waves of the seas. They're connected. The stars give light. All these things are used to minister to mankind. Mankind is the image of the Most High. The angels minister to the Most High. So the angels were made as stars to minister to the living life on earth, to give and nourish the Most High's creation. Satan took that away to reverence the fallen ones, like he was, opposed to reverencing the Most High. He'd rather you worship the sun, because you know the sun originally was an angel. The moon, angels, stars, angels, all these things were created in the beginning, and the Most High gave them their ordinance, and they went out and dealt with their function. So how can he get people, how can he deceive the masses into worshiping fallen angels? I must make them think there's planets out there. Now, let's go to Genesis, the first chapter. Read the first and second verse.
Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, the Most High created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters.
Moved upon the face of the waters. And at this time, the earth was without form or void, but it was there. It was in an element stage. It said they moved on the waters, which is the Alahayim, moved on the waters, which is what? A gas stage. You have three separate stages of liquid. Water, which is liquid. Steam, which is vapor. And solid, which is ice. So the spirits moved on this, what you would call in space, these elements that was in the face of the deep, where the Most High decided he wanted to create the earth. All the elements was right there in which he would make this earth. But it was in a gas stage, or what you would call a vapor stage at that time. Read.
Verse 3. And the Most High said, Let there be light. And there was light.
So what came first? It was deep. It was dark. Dark came first. Before you come into a room, it's dark, and then the light come on. Dark comes first. It came first. You understand? Read.
Verse 4. And the Most High saw the light, that it was good. And the Most High divided the light from darkness. And the Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
So that also proves that there's light and darkness within the universe without the sun and moon. The sun and moon is not created at this time. Just light itself. You got that? Read.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
The first day. Took 1,000 years for that. 2 Peter 2:8 says, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years one day. 2 Peter 3:8. Took 1,000 years for this to happen. So now we have light. Okay? Read.
Verse 6. And the Most High said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.
So you got a firmament in the midst of the waters, which we call an ozone layer. It surrounds and go around inside there, and now it's separating the waters from the waters. The outside gas from the inside. And what happens to what's in the firmament? It becomes what we call the ice age. It freezes. Read.
Verse 7. And the Most High made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament, the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And the Most High called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day.
2,000 years. We have a shaped earth. Now we have ice. That's a 2,000 year period. Didn't take 1 billion years for that. Okay? Read.
Verse 9. And the Most High said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so.
Now, in order for this to happen, how can ice melt? Need heat. So now, the core of the earth is charged. And through time, ice is melting and going into its respective places. Okay? Read.
Verse 10. And the Most High called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And the Most High saw it was good. And the Most High said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seed is in itself, upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself, after its kind. And the Most High saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the third day.
3,000 years we have all that now. Read.
Verse 14. And the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And the Most High made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also.
So now, he have lights, which we call stars. He have the greater light, which is the sun, the lesser light, which is the moon. And you got the stars, which is for your constellations. Now you also have